Baker Sullivan and Hoover helped me buy the practice from a dentist in 1984. So they were involved 100% with that.
Our model was essentially that my father was a single dentist practice, and then I've come in and through sweat equity essentially helped grow and start a practice of my own within his practice. Having the same last name has helped with that. And so I think where they have been of value is still leaning on them and tweaking the projections they initially made as we have grown and as we have kind of come through that exponential growth curve.
When I was sick in the hospital, Andy was 6 months old. And so that was, and my daughter was in a half body cast, and she was a little bit older than him. So my wife was faced with all of that. And so I had, they're accountants, but they're a lot more than accountants. And I look at them like that today. And as I'm in this part of my career, I'm still working full time with Andy, having a great time being a grandfather. And I know that in the next 5 years, I'll have a transition as I'm slowing down. And Baker Sullivan and Hoover they'll be point on helping me navigate that part of my career.
I've used them primarily for our business CPA, but we've also used them in a big aspect of a business consultant and help planning our transition into this new office space. Looking forward, we also plan to use them on Dad's transition into retirement, what that looks like adding an associate doctor, how that plays out on the back end with both our dental practice and our real estate company.
Baker Sullivan and Hoover still kind of has my vision of where I'm wanting to head with Andy.
They're always willing to answer any kind of questions that you may have, regardless of what it's about. I've helped, he's introduced me to contacts that I bought my first house. He's helped me in a lot of ways in my personal finance, not necessarily as a consultant, but just in his connections through the industry. And so he's very open, and his whole team is also very available to help with any of those kind of things that you may have come up.